Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on the different zodiac sign placement of the Venus in your natal chart. Every attribute, every aspect of Venus and how that energy is getting represented, manifested in your life. We will try to understand that in a very short and crisp video. Just because guys, it could be a reason that Venus in the transit is strengthened in the Aquarius sign that I'm just overwhelmed by the topics connected with the Venus only. And along with that guys, we will also try to look at the spiritual side of this placement as well. Like the way all the zodiac signs which can be connected with the chakras in our body. Now why chakras? Because a lot of my community members are very very spiritually oriented. They take a lot of interest in Kundalini. Some of them are already an expert. Like I actually learn a lot from the comments as well. I'm so honored and grateful that I'm actually a part of such a knowledgeable community. So many people also try to and they talk about spirituality, about the Kundalini as well. So I just thought in this video we can also connect this discussion with the chakras as well. Now that's very simple guys. We know this thing that the base chakra or the Kundalini where it resides, the Mooladhara chakra, that can be connected with the Capricorn and the Aquarius sign. In a way could be connected with the planet Saturn. Just above it is the Swadhisthana chakra, which can be connected with the planet Jupiter because the Sagittarius and the Pisces sign resides over there. Just above it the navel chakra or the Manipura chakra connected with the planet Mars because the Aries and the Scorpio sign is over there. Then comes our Anahita chakra, over where you will find the energy of the Taurus and the Libra. You can connect Venus over there. Vishuddhi, Gemini and the Virgo, planet Mercury. Then comes the our Ajna chakra. Over there you can connect the Cancer and the Leo, in a way Sun and the Moon. Then there is the Sahasrara chakra, which is like all eternal. Some people also connect like Ketu with it. So we will try to look at that based on the Venus's placement in your natal chart. It will give all the information, the way, the kind of love life you experienced in the past lifetime, the way you expressed love, the way and the kind of experiences you have had encountered in the matters of relationship, in the matters of the courtship, and what you need to do in this lifetime in order to manifest all attributes of Venus. That is something which you will get to know through this discussion. Because guys, like the way we say this thing, different people have different the way they behave in the matters of love. Different people opt for different ways of courting someone, their object of desire, their love interest, and all of that can be successfully decoded through Venus's zodiac sign placement. Look at it in this way. Venus only tells about, some people say this thing that Venus can actually make you very hedonistic, Venus can actually make you very indulgent, but over and above that, see, your Venus has to be strengthened in order for you to endure that. Now imagine there are like those people who throughout their life they have not smoked that much and they get the cancer, and they're like those kind of people who have throughout their life they have lived a very indulgent kind of lifestyle, like drinking, smoking. They live very healthy, they live their complete life without having any major health crisis. So all of that is being governed and controlled by the strength of that planet in your natal chart. If Venus is going to be strengthened in your natal chart, all these attributes are gonna work well with you, no matter how much you are drinking. Although I'm not promoting that, I'm not encouraging that, but you know the healthy balance between these energies, and those attributes, those elements will respond very well with you. So we will have our discussion on that guys, and before that just a quick business promotion time. So if you want to know that how this yearly transit is going to be influencing you, guys, I have just taken a beach apartment, so the rent is very high. I'm just joking. So yeah, if you want to book any of your reading, so go to the description section of this video and you can book your reading if you want to know how this yearly transit is going to be influencing you. If you are interested in learning Panchang, so guys, it is gonna build your foundation. So for all those people who are new to Vedic astrology, you have no idea about the Tithi, about the Var, about the Nakshatra, about the Yog, about the Karan, this workshop or this course will prove to be very beneficial for you because it will build your foundation. I always say this thing, it's not like that you are just gonna use the nakshatra and that is going to give you the complete information about the moon, about someone's life, about someone's karma, thought process. Even the nakshatra has to be blended with the right tithi, right yog, right var and karan to manifest results in a purified way. So if you want to learn that, if you are in a very basic level, entry level, please enroll for this class. The classes starts from the January 18th only, and I will be visiting LA. I still have slots left for like January 14th and 16th. So if you want to meet in person and discuss your chart, discuss your palm, discuss your numerology, have a coffee and all, so please write an email to me. So okay guys, now we will start our discussion. So like the way I was talking about that Venus's placement in our natal chart is very important guys, because what actually makes us happy, the way we opt for, we approach all the things and attributes of the pleasure is actually connected with the planet Venus. Like it is very rare possibility that you will find strongly Venus ruled people, like Venus where is going to be in a good dignified state to be complaining in their life, because these people know how to extract happiness from everything, all sort of comforts, enjoyment, happiness, pleasurable things, happiness on the account of spouse, happiness on the account of children, having a very active social life, having a very strong artistic creative talents. So all of that is somehow connected with the planet Venus. And like the way I mentioned this thing, in today's modern day and age, over where like people, even irrespective of doing well in their career, maintaining good looks, even after that people are not able to manifest love, manifest a partner in their life. So over there, scrutinizing your Venus is very important. Which zodiac sign it is placed, which nakshatra it is placed, which house it is placed. And like the way guys, you have got this placement, so that also tells about that even in the past, this is how and this is were the kind of experiences you had. You already lived it, you already experienced it in the matters of the love. So okay guys, now we will start our discussion. So let's say for example, if you will find your Venus to be placed in the Aries. So guys, Venus in the Aries sign simply tells about that the energy, reverberating energy of the planet Venus is somehow struck and it is connected with your Manipura chakra, which is the domain of the planet Mars. So look at it in this way, all the qualities of the Aries will give the functioning ground to this planet of beauty, planet of love. First of all, when we talk about Aries, there is a lot of attention which goes to the presentability, which goes to the physical body, which goes to the presentability and all. So over there, for someone like, who is going to have Venus in the Aries, over there, looks will matter a lot. Like agility and the physical aspect will also matter a lot. See, getting physically involved or physical intimacy and compatibility comes secondary. But even if you are like a very shabby kind of person, you are not very fit, you do not give much attention to your health, to your grooming, to your clothing choices and all. So someone who's going to have Venus in Aries might not be easily attracted towards you. And guys, the good thing about the Venus in the Aries is that they want their love life to be very young and romantic. Like it's like someone who's already like got and they have been married for like 30 years, like 40 years, but still they want their love life to look very young. They want to be pampered through gifts. They want to celebrate all the anniversaries and something. So that aspect of tenderness and innocence in the matters of love will still remain there. Along with that guys, we know this thing that see, Aries is a very impulsive sign. So it is a very rare kind of thing. For these kind of people, they have this tendency to quickly act on their very first impulse. Many of the people whom I know, when I asked about that, okay, you are in a very successful, very harmonious kind of bond. So how it happened? It's like, Nipun, I do not know. I was there in this party and my husband now, he approached me and everything happened in a very sudden kind of way. That spark was very sudden. So this is how you can attach. So for example, if you're actually quoting someone who's going to have Venus in the Aries, if you're gonna give long time for that person to make up the mind, it might not gonna work out in your favor. So you have to catch that person with the impulse or with the with the suddenness, the element of surprise, the element of suddenness and earnestness and sincerity. So let's say, for example, if you are gonna set a timeline or a target, which is not a very healthy, good thing to do in the matters of love, but just because you are dealing with someone who's going to have Venus in the Aries. So over there, you have to show your complete attention. So even if you're quoting that person for like, you set a timeline that, okay, I'm gonna put my best foot forward for like next 3 months, 6 months or 1 year. So for that 1 year, your whole attention, your whole energy, your whole priority and time has to be that person. Then only that person will actually start feeling for you. Putting you in that special place is gonna happen. So yes guys, all the attributes of the Aries. When you ask me about Aries, the qualities which comes to my mind is energy, impulse, quickness, innocence, childlike kind of nature and tantrums and all. And along with that guys, even when we talk about from the passion point of view, anything to do with the Manipura chakra, over there is energy. So you cannot be in a relationship with someone and the relationship might not flourish if you do not know the definition of the expression of energy between two people. So for example, for me, the best exertion of energy is doing meditation or yoga in the morning. And let's say, for example, if I get involved with someone in a relationship, for that person, going for a jog or for a run for like 5-10 miles in the morning is the definition of the exertion of energy. So now there is a disconnect over there. So that might become a reason of like conflict in the later on in the relationship as well. So it's not only about the physical compatibility in a way of physical intimacy and sexual chemistry, but also what is your definition of the exertion of energy. If one person is going to be very much dedicated, devoted to gym, outdoor activities, camping and something, and you're gonna get involved with someone who's going to have Venus in the Aquarius, someone who's like more of a book reader and something, over there might be a disconnect. And guys, look at it in this way. No matter how much attention we give these days to the Ashtakut Milan and other signs of compatibility and all, but what I have come to realization in the modern day and age where the free will is very strong, people are living independently in the modern cities and all, you cannot tie down someone just on the basis of the custom, society and all. So Venus has to be strengthened. There used to be the time when Jupiter used to take a call, when Saturn used to take a call, but now if the love will diminish, there's a high possibility that the relationship might also not survive. So that means Venus in today's modern day age becomes very important. And if you're gonna quote someone who's going to have Venus in the Aries, or you by yourself, you have Venus in the Aries, so be mindful that whenever the right opportunity comes, you have to quick to act on that. Let's say, for example, if you're like a kind of a Amazon shopper or something where you are confused, you're looking for better alternative, better option, it might not work out for you. So whatever universe has brought in front of you, and if it is meeting your eligibility requirements and something, so you have to be quick to act on that, because that window of opportunity might not stay there for long. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say with if you have Venus in the Aries zodiac sign. Now guys, if you have Venus in the Taurus zodiac sign, so guys, I will not say this placement as good only because Venus has got a rulership of the zodiac sign. See, you have to understand the innate nature of the planet and the zodiac sign. I am always biased when it comes down to the planet Mars. If you will ask me that, hey Nipon, Mars is in the Aries, Mars is in a Scorpio, so Mars rules this sign, is it gonna have a very structured kind of manifestation of the energy and the results in the life of the person? Trust me, I've seen many people who are into major issues in the life only because they have Mars in the Aries, they are extremely impulsive, or Mars in the Scorpio, they are extremely vindictive. Mars in the Leo and the Sagittarius somehow manifest much better results. So do not approach these kind of alignments combination with a preconceived biasness. Just simply look at it in this way, that Taurus is a good placement for Venus in this way, that Taurus has got a lot of fixity, lot of stability, lot of commitment which it can provide. Venus in itself, Venus is nature is something over where it likes to be pampered through gifts. It likes to be pampered through like luxury, enjoyment, comforts and pleasure all around. And it's the Taurus sign which has got this capacity to grant all of these attributes and energies to the Venus, so that Venus is gonna be fulfilled. Venus is gonna be getting that feeling of being very well taken care of. And like the way, guys, I always say this thing, there's a very famous thing, it's like someone, there was this king who was about to lose all of his kingdom. He had a kind of a Jyotish, an astrologer, kind of a royal astrologer for the court. And he actually advised the king that he saw his chart, yearly, worshipful prediction and all. And he predicted that, okay, this year, king, you're gonna lose the whole kingdom. The neighboring kingdoms are gonna invade everything. They're gonna capture everything. Your kingdom, your wealth, your like court, your wife, everything. He says, so that means nothing is gonna be left? No. One bull is going to be left. One bull is going to be left. And so he just tells the king that don't worry, this bull is gonna honor you. It's gonna safeguard you. So what happens? The right time comes and the neighboring kings and all, they invade his kingdom. They take away everything and he's left. He just flee getting captured and with just bull with him. And what he does, every evening he just goes to the market, he sell that bull, he get the money, he buy the food. By the time he reach back, the bull is again parked over there. Then again in the morning he goes, because that was a kind of a promise in his life that no matter what happens, you will still be left with the bull. So universe was conspiring to ensure the fulfillment of the promise. The good thing about the Taurus Venus people is that they are blessed in this way that life is gonna put them in a situation that they will be very quick to attract wealth, finances, comfort, enjoyment, pleasure in their life. So let's say, for example, if you're married to a person who's going to have Venus in the Taurus, there's going to be high possibility that this person will, like a magnet, will attract all these physical things of comfort, enjoyment, conveniences all around him or all around her. So in this way, Venus in the Taurus is considered as good. It also tells about, guys, because over here, now we have reached the Anahita chakra. So Anahita chakra, like the fourth chakra. So that simply means that your energy is reverberating and coming right out of your heart. It's the outpour of your emotions. So, and that is the only reason I mentioned this thing, that with Taurus, there's stability, there's a commitment, which is also attached over there. So simply put, if you have Venus in the Taurus sign, it is a good sign that you will attract those kind of lovers or that kind of partner or husband in your life who's going to be giving you the kind of stability, the kind of comforts, the kind of wealth and luxury which you deserve or which you have had in your mind. Even in terms of like, these could be those people who could be very trusted, who could be very loyal friend as well. And like the way I mentioned this thing, the output of the energy and the emotion is happening right from the heart chakra, from the Anahita chakra. So that also tells about there's going to be that sort of purity of the emotion, expression of emotions, which is going to be attached over there. So guys, whether we talk about in terms of the physical needs, in terms of the financial needs, in terms of a loyal friend on whom you can confide, on whom you can like trust and all. So all these are the qualities which gets fulfilled in the case of if you have your Venus being placed in the Taurus sign. And that also tells about that even from the past lifetime, this is the kind of experiences you are coming from. Like the way, guys, just merely giving attention to all the planets can also tell us about what kind of experiences we encountered in the past lifetime in this kind of department. Like the way Saturn is all about your actions. Saturn's placement will tell about the kind of hardship you encountered in the past lifetime, how you approached the matters of the faith and the belief system. We judge it from the Jupiter. Same is the way when it comes down to the expression of the love, the matters of the love over there. Venus in the Taurus also tells about that you come from that sort of, experiences of being well taken care of, being nurtured in the matters of love. You are not coming with some sort of baggage or betrayal in terms of the matters of the love and courtship and all. Now, what you build in this lifetime, a lot is dependent on your choices, but you do not come with a baggage. That can be said for sure if your Venus is placed in the Taurus sign. And again guys, within Taurus, whether you go to the Rohini nakshatra, you go to Kritika nakshatra, you go to Mrigashira nakshatra, in a way it is a good placement. Like all these kind of like energy of these nakshatras have got this capacity, potential to give you, grant you everything, where Venus is going to be fulfilled, nurtured, sated, like well taken care of, can be attached with this placement. Now guys, if you have your Venus being placed in the Gemini sign, so guys, look at it in this way, that the description of all the zodiac signs and connecting it with the chakras, which I explained at the beginning of this video. Simply put, your Venus is reverberating on the Vishuddhi chakra. So that simply means, and I've seen many people with Venus in the Gemini, that they were the one who actually proposed their like their partner or the current partner or something in the matters of courtship or while proposing someone. So if you have Venus in the Gemini, you have to express. Till the time you're not gonna express your love and you're just gonna be secret admirer or waiting for the right opportunity, it's not gonna work for you. Again guys, when we talk about Venus or the nature of the Aries, over there is also an impulse. But when we talk about expression, that is strongly connected with the Gemini. So if you have Venus in the Gemini and you're always like waiting for someone to propose and approach to you, you might be still waiting. So I mean to say, you have to be proactive and never hesitate, never ever hesitate. Do not let the ego come in the way when you are courting someone or you like someone. Now guys, when we talk about the Gemini, so we know this thing that with Gemini, there's like youthfulness, a lot of curiosity, a lot of gossipy nature which gets attached over there. Beyond any doubt, like Gemini is the original and the natural flirt in the whole zodiac belt. So it can make someone flirtatious as well. It can actually give you little bit kind of slightly gossipy kind of nature as well, especially talking about other people's love affair, talking about what is happening in the social circle, in Bollywood, in Hollywood. All of that is something over where you'll get that your adrenaline rush and something. Along with that guys, when it comes down to your choices in the matters of the love, so over there someone who's going to be multi-talented, someone who's going to be very youthful, someone who's going to be highly skilled, someone who's going to be a good dancer or good performer or something. So that is the kind of person who is going to catch your fancy first. And along with that guys, I already mentioned this thing that, see, Venus in the Gemini, and somehow it is also connected with the attributes of the third house as well. So that simply tells about that, yes, you are gonna be doing very good. Especially, see, when we talk about the matters of like stable choices in the matters of the love, that is generally connected with Venus in the Capricorn or Venus in the Leo or Venus in the Taurus. Gemini is all about taking a chances. So I'll not be surprised like if I will come across a chart over where the girl is a doctor, a girl is an engineer, and she is married to a creator, like a YouTuber, like an influencer. So the thing is that it gives you that sort of youthfulness and freshness in the matters of your choices, in the matters of love. So again guys, you have to understand your DNA. You have to understand your pulse first. Before even starting to complain. So you might be living in a society where everyone around you is doctor and married to a doctor. Everyone around you is a chartered accountant, married to a chartered accountant. But this is what the destiny has given to you. This is a kind of a roadmap which the universe has given to you. And you have to follow that path. I'm not saying that Venus in the Gemini is gonna give you someone broke. I'm not saying that. But you might resonate very strongly with someone who is going to be shuffling with multiple things, who's going to be very artistic, very creative, like a performer kind of person, who's going to be very good to talk to. Now the good thing with the Gemini energy is that they are like emotionally, mentally, intellectually, they are very stimulated. Like this is going to be a person you will come back to work and you will actually love interacting with this person. Like many times when people tell me this thing that, hey Neponi, it's like, you know, when we were like dating in the college and all, we used to talk for hours without having a any awareness, okay, where the time went by. So I mean to say, this is how we can attach with Venus's placement in the Gemini. So if I were to say, whether it's about your choices in the matters of love, whether it's about having an active social life, whether it's about like always being very curious towards what is happening in the fashion circle, what is happening amongst the socialite and all, so all of that can be attached with it. And also guys, this also tells about that even from the past lifetime as well, you have lived like a friend with your partner. So Venus's placement in the Gemini, the good part guys about the Gemini is that Gemini does not wait, or Gemini does not hesitate. Like Gemini does not have any qualms about being embarrassed. Like if it did some mistake, everyone is gonna make fun of it. Like Gemini is the only energy which likes to entertain everyone like a clown. So I mean to say, this also tells about that you come with that sense of contentment and satisfaction in terms of in the matters of the love, and through talking only you will gain a lot. So let's say for example, even if you are having some issues in your matrimonial life, in your relationship, so never ever hesitate in reaching out to the experts, never ever hesitate in talking to people, because only through talking you will be able to find a solution, either while discussing it with your partner, or this could be reaching for a counselor or an expert, but that is the strategy which you have to opt for. Now guys, if you have your Venus being placed in the Cancer sign, so look at it in this way, that now we have almost reached the Ajna chakra over there only. Like in a way, the kind of deep impressions from the past lifetime which is stored in your subconsciousness is gonna be acting out. Like the way guys, a lot many times when we say this thing, that you are born with certain likes and dislikes and natural inclination towards certain things, that without you knowing this thing, that you always had this thing clear in your mind, that I'm only gonna get married to a person who's going to be connected with the bureaucracy, who is going to be famous, who's going to be a doctor, who is going to be an engineer or something. So whenever Venus is connected with the Cancer, like the way I always say this thing, that anything connected with moon, or the element or representation of moon in our zodiac belt, has something to do with the past, has something to do with the consolidated encapsulated impressions being carried forward from past many lifetimes. Now guys, when we talk about all attributes of Venus, which tells about the matters of love, which tells about your expression of love and something, so Cancer has got a lot to do with the security in the life. So these are among those kind of people, see, first of all, they want to be assured enough that if they are being approached and proposed by someone, so does that person actually need them, want them, or it's just the whims, or it's just a casual approach towards asking them out. So testing and judging the sincerity of the person will become very important. Like if I were to say, I will not be surprised that these people, rather than pursuing someone, they believe in being pursued in the matters of the love. Along with that guys, even if it has to be with a man, so like lot many times I come across like those people who say this thing, that Nepon, till the time I'm not gonna be making that much money, I'm not gonna be at a secured place, I'm not gonna ask someone out, I'm saying no to my family who are like pressing me for the arranged marriage, but I personally feel that I'm not financially ready or at a right place. So all of that will become very important. See, you'll be surprised, like even a girl is not gonna be very much willing and ready to share the poverty of a guy, but once a person with a Cancer in Venus in Cancer is assured that the other person is genuine, legitimate, the person can give them security, and once they said yes and now they are in a relationship, these people could be very demonstrative in the matters of love, these people could be very sensual towards their partner as well. So that is how guys you will see the energy of the Venus which function in the Cancer. People have a wrong way of looking at it. People say this thing that, oh, Cancer is about emotions and feelings, Venus is over there, so they are gonna be the first one who's gonna say to anyone, they're gonna get married, they're gonna make mistakes in the marriage. It's not like that. Venus in the Cancer, they want that shell of security and genuine emotions and connectivity in the matters of love. And once they are assured of that they are getting all of these things, they could be the best lover, they could be the best companion. Along with that, guys, when we talk about water will play a very important role, art and creativity will play a very important role. Like, let's say for example, if you're gonna approach or you're gonna impress someone who's gonna have Venus being placed in the Cancer sign, so this could be a case that, you know, going to beach, or like through art, through poetry, writing some poems or poetry for someone. So these are the kind of things which could act as a turn on for this person. And like the way, guys, I mentioned this thing, ask deep within you, like what kind of person is gonna actually give you fulfillment. Do not follow this trend that what is happening around you. People around you are just going out with these kind of people. People around you are dating people from this profession. No, ask your heart, because this is where you will get the right answer. And we say this thing that manifestation works very strongly for people who have got any involvement of Cancer or Moon with any other planet. So like if you have if you have Venus in the Cancer or conjunct with Moon, if you have Jupiter conjunct with Moon or placed in the Cancer, so elements and the attributes connected with that planet, we have that power to manifest that through positivity, repetitive positive thoughts, living in that air of believability that I already got it. Oh, I'm already married. I already have that in me. So they can manifest that. So that's sort of positivity and power of manifestation, law of attraction works very strong if you have like Venus being placed in the Cancer sign. And like the way, guys, I mentioned this thing for these people, like, you know, small things like birthdays, anniversary, so all of that will become very important. So once you have crossed that stage of courtship, you are married to a person, you're already in a relationship, then the emotions will work and they will come into the picture of taking care of each other's needs. And along with that, like the way I mentioned this thing, that all these kind of small things, so their care is gonna be expressed through these trivial things, like the way, you know, this could be anniversary, this could be. And one more thing, guys, these people have also got this capacity that they will you know, kind of share and accept all of the domestic responsibilities. They could be the ones who who could be very good cook as well. They easily adjust to any joint family settings as well. So in all these kind of way, like you just started dating someone, and once your friend comes or your girlfriend comes to a place and she is also willing to cook and she gets along very well with your mother and all, and later on she actually nurtures you, takes care of you like a mother, like that kind of maternal nourishment and care and love can also be attached with Venus's placement in the Cancer. So in a way, it is considered as a good sign. It also tells about that even in the past lifetime, your partner actually took care of you like a mother, like a maternal care and all. Now, do not take it in a wrong way. I mean to say, so you are being nurtured well. And you know, guys, this is what we say. And I remember taking one Vastu class, and over there the teacher said this thing, the Vastu Purush who resides in that Vastu Mandala and something. So over there as well, the way a child is in the womb, and once it is born, it is always looking for that perfect environment which the child has had when it was in the womb of the mother. Same is the kind of environment that child and we are trying to create outside, and that is where the principles of Vastu comes, in a living environment, in a living space. And that is what I was trying to tell you. So do not be surprised your partner always asks about security, or your partner treats you like your mother. So this is what you have got, and it's a blessing. Trust me, guys, after the wear and tear of the life, there is that stage which comes in our life where we seek for that friendship and that sort of care and love from our partner, which we received right from our childhood days from our parents, and you have that capacity to manifest that. Now, guys, if you have your Venus being placed in the Leo zodiac sign, so guys, again, I want to make it very clear, do not approach this discussion as a planet is in a friendly sign or a planet is in a inimical sign. We are just trying to understand planets on a basis of the energy and in which capacity it is gonna function in that zodiac sign. So guys, we know this thing that Venus has got a lot of glitter, a lot of glam, a lot of charm attached to it. And it's the Leo sign which has the capacity to shine the most out of all the 12 zodiac signs. So one thing is for sure that it can give someone a very vivacious kind of personality, like a very bright, a very magnetic kind of personality. Like you could be very kind-hearted, you would be a very trusted, a very loyal friend as well, whom people can trust as a friend. You have this capacity. Like the way, guys, everything about the Leo somehow is connected with the originality. We know this thing that it's the light created by sun only, which all the planets reflect. So that simply means that you could be very exclusive, and this is how you want to be in the matters of the love. Like if you are not gonna get attention from someone, or you are giving your time, energy and attention to someone, and that person is all distracted, that might not get along very well with you. Or let's say, for example, see, a Venus in the Leo person is not gonna get attracted towards someone who's going to be a little bit dull in the life, because Venus in the Leo has got everything to do with love for the drama, love for the theater, love for the arts, and very ostentatious display of your love, of your affection. So I mean to say, in this regard, I still remember that movie which I watched, I guess it was 17 again, and the friend of the lead, he was quoting that principle, and every time she's saying, please do not come to the college or school with those expensive toys, expensive gift, expensive cars and all. So I mean to say, Venus in the Leo wants to be pampered like that. And guys, the good thing is that in lot many ways, like manifesting a partner who is going to be famous, who's going to be successful, like you as a couple, your love life is being seen as an inspiration, is being looked and kind of drooled and envied by many people. So this could be a case that you have this capacity to look very successful in terms of as a couple, your love life. See, whatever is gonna be happening deep within, that is a separate case. But outside, for the outside world, you will come across as a success story in the matters of the love. And along with that, guys, like the way we say, all those kind of people who are like celebrities, actors, who are married to another actors, or this could be case, you might be working as an accountant, you might be working as a banker and something, and do not be surprised if you start going on a date and that person has got a Venus in Leo, and that person has an interest in art, that person has an interest in theater, doing some improv classes and all. So that might be a sign for you. So yes, guys, if I were to say, this is one such kind of combination which will bring lot of success, magnetism, attention to you, and it all comes down to in which dignity, in which capacity you gonna use it. So do not complain that if you have Venus in the Leo and now you get this feeling that okay, my partner is very successful, but he's all the time busy, he's all the time touring, he's all the time out on a business tour. This is what the universe has like written for you. This is what the universe has planned for you. Imagine those kind of people who have got Venus in the, this could be Aquarius, Venus in the Capricorn. So their partner is all the time around, but the partner is not that vivacious, not that magnetic, not that bright. So I mean to say, this is what the universe has carved out for you. And even in the matters of the courtship and something, like if you're gonna approach someone or court someone who's gonna have Venus in the Leo, so do not be surprised and do not hesitate in just going little bit rambunctious, when it comes down to very bright, vivacious kind of clothes, gifting options and choice of gift, because this is how you're gonna straight away strike and reach the heart of someone who's gonna have Venus in the Leo. But guys, in majority of my cases and the research only, I've seen that this energy to be working out well. In a way, see, all the attributes of the Venus, which has to do with the comforts, enjoyment, luxury, happiness, feel-good factor, pleasurable activities, somehow function very well when Venus is going to be placed in the Leo. So this could be a case that even some sort of royalty in your taste is something which you are carrying from the past lifetime as well. And with the positivity, guys, you have this capacity to manifest that kind of partner in your life as well. And we all hear about all these kind of news which keeps on coming in the media, that someone who's like living in some impoverished kind of family and something, and this girl, she has got a Venus being placed in the Leo, and she was working as a junior accountant in some big firm, and the owner of that firm, somehow she had some sort of emotional and romantic kind of affair with that person, and she got married to that. So all of that magic can happen. Venus is love. Venus is your choices in the matters of love and relationship and marriage, and if you have that in the Leo, this is how it can work out for you. So this is the kind of power and the kind of password and the encrypted code which the universe has given to you. It all comes down to how big, how higher you manifest. All of that is dependent on you. Now guys, if you have your Venus being placed in the Virgo, so somehow we now again reached back to the Vishuddhi chakra. So that means your expression, your communication, detailing will play a very integral role. So guys, look at it in this way, that Venus's placement in the Virgo many times makes people little bit cautious while falling in love, while committing someone, and there is always this fear and vulnerability of that fault finding attitude going out of the hand. But guys, the good part is that if you are a kind of a perfectionist person, and then there is a high possibility that someone who's going to have Venus in Virgo might fall for you. And again guys, the love is actually somehow expressed in the finer nuances and details of the life. Like the way, for example, you might not find someone who's going to be extremely romantic, but this is going to be the person who's going to have Venus in the Virgo, who will take care of all of the small needs of yours. Now, when I say needs, I'm not talking about the physical or sexual needs and all, but yes, how to run the house in a perfect way, how to have everything well planned in a very meticulous way, everything organized, everything well sorted. So that is how the person is gonna behave in the matters of the love. Again guys, a lot many times it has been seen people who get married to very successful accountants, successful business personnel and something, and a lot many cases it has also been seen that once you get married and your partner also started taking interest nitty-gritty of your business also took a positive boost as well. So this can be attached with that as well. And guys, see, do not look at it in this way. Venus also has to do with the unconditional love as well. In the original Kalpurush Kundli, Venus attains exaltation in the Pisces, which is connected with the 12th house. 12th house, 6th house axis has a lot to do with the nursing. It has got a lot to do with the healing, with the being a physician and something, being deployed in the hospitals and all. So what I'm trying to say, I have also seen this kind of placement in the charts of many nuns, in the charts of the many nurses as well, who have got Venus placed in the Virgo. So for them, the expression of love is not talking fancy. It's not about that gifts and those romantic talks. It's about doing service. So expressing their love and devotion through service, through getting into the nitty-gritty and all, can be attached with this placement of Venus in the Virgo. So guys, if I were to say, if you have got Venus being placed in the Virgo, and you have been given this impression by people around you that, oh, you have got a very fault-finding nature, you complain a lot, you bicker a lot, so there's nothing wrong in you. It's just like that you did not find the right person. The right person will appreciate you for your perfectionist kind of qualities. That can be said for sure. And yes guys, when we talk about Venus in the Virgo, I have not seen it to be matters and issues of cheating, issues and matters of being very extravagant, things going out of the control. I have not seen like that. Yes, they might lack that sort of ostentatious display of love and of buying expensive jewelry and gifts and something, but one thing is for sure, that person is gonna bring a lot of the order and discipline in your life. That can be said for sure. Now guys, if your Venus is going to be placed in the Libra, so guys, it is considered as one of the very good placement. See, look at it in this way. I'm not gonna be biased just because Venus has got a rulership over the Libra that it is the best placement. All what matters is that planet which represents energy, and the zodiac sign just tells about how it is gonna be functioning. So I mean to say, Venus, which tells about expression of love, of comforts, enjoyment, pleasure, happiness, and Libra has got a very balancing kind of energy. Like the way, for example guys, the only difficulty with the Mars and the Venus in the relationship dynamics is that they both are inherently, naturally, like a DNA, they both are attracted towards each other. The only concern is that if Venus is not gonna know the limits, how to balance it out, that's gonna make Mars little bit insecure, jealous, and then the domination starts coming in. But the good part about if your Venus is going to be placed in the Libra, they know how to extract love and happiness in a right proportion from different relation, like how to extract and how to limit their love towards their friends, towards their partner, towards their family, be equally dedicated, devoted to their neighbors, to their relatives, to their career. So in this regard, Venus in the Libra is considered as a very good placement. Guys, I always say this thing that if you actually want to learn astrology more than the books, observe the patterns going on in your life or in someone else's life. I was just recently having a discussion with a good friend of mine, and I told him how beautifully astrology works. See, even in my this dasha, I can fairly see how my life was unfolding. When I was in the Mercury Antardasha, within the Saturn Mahadasha, my life brought me to Canada. I started a YouTube channel. When I was in the Venus, somehow from nowhere, I started going for auditions for the films and television. When I was in the Moon Antardasha, out of nowhere, my life took me back to India. I was with my mother. I was like going for like different pilgrimage back in India. Mars, I'm again back here. So I mean to say, you just have to give attention to what planet is demanding out of you. If your Venus is going to be placed in the Libra and you're gonna be very obsessed with your partner, this is not gonna give you good results. You have to balance it out, and this is where your forte and your strength lies. Along with that, guys, Venus's placement in the Libra beyond doubt can give you very strong artistic and creative talents, or I would say appreciation for beautiful things. One thing is for sure, which can be said with confidence for people who have got Venus in the Libra, is that they have got very good taste. Now over here, guys, look at it in this way. Venus in the Libra is very balanced kind of energy. What will you call someone who does not afford something and they are just getting that loan and credit on their credit card, and they are buying things which they actually cannot afford? Now that is not a justified or a graceful Venus. Or let's say, for example, you have so much love that you have one boyfriend or one husband and you have 5 affairs on the side. Now that is not a graceful Venus. That is a like afflicted Venus. That is a bad Venus. So I mean to say, if you have got Venus in the Libra, you know the place of luxury, you know the place of the love, and your strength lies in how you manage everything. And like the way I already mentioned, you have got good taste for sure. And along with that, guys, this is also a validation that even from the past lifetime, you do not come in this life with a baggage or with a burden. Like the way, guys, in our chart, all the planetary alignments is giving us some hint about our encounters in that energy in the past lifetime. There have been those cases where people get betrayed and they die in that kind of frustration, in that guilt and all. If you have got Venus placed in the Libra, that simply tells about in the matters of the love, you were being reciprocated with loyalty, with devotion, with tenderness, with affection and all. So yes, guys, if I were to say, even in the matters of the courtship, there's a high possibility that you can manifest love in your life for sure. In terms of the all the things of like comforts, pleasures, enjoyment, you have this capacity to have and attain all those kind of things as well. And guys, if someone is gonna give you this piece of advice that if you have Venus in the Libra, that oh, you do not have to drink, you do not have to buy expensive clothes, you do not have to wear good jewelry, you do not have to dress well when you go to work. The thing is, your Venus is in the Libra. It in itself means that it is gonna handle it. It will handle those kind of things. Like the way, guys, at the beginning of this video, I gave this reference. Like there have been those cases where people, irrespective of not doing anything, they get the cancer, they get all those kind of diseases. And they're like those kind of people who, irrespective of doing everything, they still survive. Because the planetary energy, which represents those attributes, is strengthened in your body, is strengthened in your life. Now, obviously, if your Venus is in Libra and with moderation, you're doing everything, you're gonna survive. You're gonna extract pleasure and happiness out of it. So yes guys, that is all what I can say. Venus in the Libra in itself is a blessing in this life, that you will have this capacity to see the beauty in everything, to be nurtured and well taken care of in the matters of relationship. Now guys, if your Venus is placed in the Scorpio sign, so that simply means that your energies are reverberating. Energy and expression of love, which is Venus, is reverberating out of all the 7 chakras in the navel chakra, in the Manipura chakra, which is the chakra of the aggression, control, domination, power and balance in the life. Now guys, if you place the planet of love and devotion and romance over here, definitely it will create the energy of possessiveness, of vindictiveness, of control, aggression, jilted emotion. Everything is fine unless and until it is not acting against you. It is not draining you of your energy. It is not putting you in the mode of the self-affliction. Because when Venus is placed in the Scorpio, all that potential tend to remain over there. So guys, see, do not look at this video and this part as I'm giving you prediction. I'm giving you something and telling you something about your personality which you are not. Because obviously I do not know what rising sign you have, where all the planets are placed. Study and watch this video from this point of view, that this is what you have got. Now what you can do to somehow make your love life better, how to function and flourish your Venus to function with the best of its capabilities. So before I will go there, first I will talk about what generally is been written all around and the way this placement is looked at. So we know this thing guys, that when we talk about the Scorpio, it is the water sign. It has got a lot of fixity just because it is being ruled by the planet Mars. So it has that tendency to control and dominate. And guys, that is the only reason, like in lot many cases where people have faced the brunt in the matters of love. This could be one such kind of placement over where, like, you know, you are very possessive in the matters of relationship, or let's say for example, if you've been turned down in the matters of love, now you made it as your life purpose, sole purpose to destroy that person, turn vindictive. That possibility is also there. Along with that guys, when we talk about in the matters of like physical intimacy and all of that, so I do not know why people give bad reputation to the Venus. Venus in itself represents the tenderness, that sort of compatibility, expression of love between the lovers. It's only when Venus starts getting afflicted because of the Mars, because of the Rahu, Ketu and Saturn, then it becomes like a life purpose, then it becomes like a mission, then it becomes like a military kind of mission to capture, to control, to subjugate, to dominate, and over where, like, you know, pervasiveness, experiments, all sort of, you know, taboo kind of activities and all, BDSM and all kind of those activities which are also attached when Venus is placed in the Scorpio. So I'm not saying that this is who you are. You might attract those kind of lovers who might have got a very perverted kind of way of looking at the expression of the love. Along with that guys, in a positive way, when we talk about people, see, the way I look at any of the attributes of the sex, which could be the domain of the Venus, as if you ask me the 3 purpose of the sex, I would say pleasure, I would say creation, and for the spiritual seeker, they see it as a mode of elevation, like the way a very famous book of Osho, like Sambhog se Samadhi, like from intercourse to elevation. And same is the way, like I still remember there's a student of mine, she is a very advanced level of meditation practitioner, and she said this thing, that now the you know, any of the intimacy and all, that does not fascinate me that much because I can experience that orgasm in that state of meditation. So I mean to say, that is the kind of power which this energy also hold. But the only problem is that if you have not learned how to make use of this energy, you might be going from one lover to another lover. Venus is the only energy in our zodiac belt out of all the planets which have got capacity to influence us, touch us, to make us feel happy. And trust me guys, if your Venus is going to be in a strengthened state in the natal chart, like in the Navamsa, being expected by strong planets and all, no matter how much you drink, your kidneys are gonna be, your body is gonna be very strong. Like all those people who have this capacity to withstand, no matter how indulgent lifestyle they have lived, their bodies still stay strong. Their bodies still support them in order to enjoy those kind of things even at their old ripe age. That is also a strengthened state of Venus. Now why I'm explaining all of that? Because now you have Venus in the Scorpio. There is a high possibility that your definition of love might be attached and connected with all these kind of things. Sex, all these kind of like alcohol and all these kind of indulgences. This could be gambling, this could be casino, secretive affairs. So all these things like secretive conspiracy theories and all. So all these things which is going to be fascinating you the most. They might be a turn on for you. But this is not how we can look at Venus to be working out in a very constructive way. Like the way, guys, over here, I'm not talking from the point of view that a planet is going to be placed in a zodiac sign, so that means it is exalted or it is weak. Like Venus in the Virgo could also have, Venus in Virgo is considered as debilitated. Even that person can have a very good marriage or matrimonial life just because he's gonna make very fine distinctive choices while selecting a partner who's going to be a successful accountant, a partner who might not be saying you I love you every day, but takes care of all the bills and everything. So that person might be very happy. But if you have Venus in the Scorpio, you might be in your own self-affliction mode, which needs to be studied. So nothing is wrong, like even over indulgences in the sex. I'm not saying that it is wrong. It's just like that, as long as it is not working adversely, it is not working against you. You take care of the partner as long as your partner is not complaining. But if the same thing has taken up the shape of stalking, spying, being suspicious of your partner, then it starts becoming a problem. So guys, definitely when we talk about even for the occult point of view, Venus also is generally given a lot of attention over there. Like if you know the whole theory that Jupiter is seen as the preceptor and guru of the devatas, and Venus is seen as the preceptor or the guru of the demons. But the advantage or the competitive edge which the Venus has is that it has got Mrit Sanjeevani Shakti. That means it can even bring a dead back to life. So that means Venus in the Scorpio is very esoteric, is very mysterious. Your lover or in your love life, there might be lot many secrets. Whomsoever you will commit to, you are gonna be very intensely dedicated, devoted, rather obsessed for that person in the matters of love. All of that potential and capacity is going to be there. But as long as it is not taking up the shape of the self-affliction. And a lot many times it has also been seen, like, people like, especially like this could be a girl, this could be a guy as well. But you attract a lover who's gonna have very sketchy kind of past, sketchy kind of character, criminal kind of activities, criminal kind of, background or something. So all of that possibility is also going to be there. But guys, the good part is that when we talk about spirituality, when we talk about Tantra, and especially these days, like even in the Instagram, I keep on coming across those kind of posts where people are doing like somatic healing and different form of healing. Like again, guys, Venus in the Scorpio can actually make you a very good sex therapist, sexologist, or all these kind of form of therapy, like somatic healing and different kinds of healing, where they're using the touch of the body to cleanse, to purify, to heal someone. I'm saying from a place of respect and credibility. Like authentic kind of healers are also connected with who is going to have Venus being placed in the Scorpio. So this could be looked at in this way, that in the first half of the life, you by yourself have suffered or endured, or you have experienced some sort of abuse as well. But now you are channelizing all of your pain and trauma in order to transform, in order to heal others, can also be attached with it. So yes, guys, and even if we have to look at it from the past lifetime as well, Venus in the Scorpio also tells about a lot of secrets, a lot of domination, a lot of kind of abuse, assault. That possibility tend to remain if you have got Venus being placed in the Scorpio. And let's say, for example, if you are going to have this placement making a connection in the chart with the 8th house as well, with the 12th house as well, then it becomes much more, kind of the possibility of some sort of secretive partner, unpredictable, sudden kind of outcomes, upheavals in the marriage, the problem which comes to you because of your involvement in the love affairs, like you have had a successful career, and what became responsible for your fall, that you were honey trapped. You were involved in a sex scandal and something, and that actually brought down your whole reputation which you built over the years. So that means if you have got Venus in the Scorpio. Okay guys, so now after talking all these kind of things, let's talk about the solution. So what is the solution? So if you have a Venus in the Scorpio, it becomes very important that before you commit yourself in the matters of love and relationship, doing a background check of the person becomes very important, because you have this capacity to be in that repetitive thoughts, and then once you get obsessed with someone, then you will find it a little bit difficult to let go, and if you have been let down, then you will be in that mood of vindictiveness and all. So it becomes very important for you to take some time before committing yourself or expressing yourself towards someone. It becomes very important for you to do a proper background check before like committing yourself to someone. And one of the remedy with this placement is that, let's say for example, if you are fascinated, attracted towards someone who is very spiritual, who has interest in astrology, who has interest in occult, who is working as an insurance agent, who work in the funeral homes or something. So in this way, you have already honored that energy, because you are attracting a lover who is working in the domain of the Scorpio. So then there's a high possibility that the energy of that planet and that zodiac sign is not gonna trouble you or harm you in other way. So yes guys, this is something. I'm so sorry guys. I love you all, and if you did not like my interpretation, explanation, I know even when I watch videos on other channels and all, yes, I do watch other content as well. So when I'm so excited, oh, let's see what he has said, what she has said, I have this placement, and I hear something negative and something, I also feel like, bad and all, but this is how it is. But yes, the remedial part which we have discussed, if you're gonna focus over there, you can make the best out of this placement as well. Now guys, if your Venus is placed in the Sagittarius zodiac sign, so that means as per the 7 chakra system, now we have reached the Swadhisthana chakra. All the basic human needs and running around of the life is somehow connected with this chakra. So now guys, the good part with this placement is that all the expression of the love and romance and relationship is now gonna be functioning in the domain of the Sagittarius. Now which is an energy of being righteousness, being religious, something which gets respected in the society, where there is a lot of the ethics and high morals which is attached over there. So that means you have this capacity to attract very influential, very powerful friends as well. You could be seen as a power couple where everyone, gives example of your love life. So in that regard, this is a good combination. But deep inside, there's a lot of turmoil which goes on. So guys, the energy of the Sagittarius is very independent. So let's say for example, someone with the Venus in Sagittarius have set up a target that, okay, I want to have that pure, unobtainable, perfect love. You also got into that relationship as well. But now you feel that my freedom is being compromised. I have not been let or like do things which I want to do my way. So because of that, there's a lot of the perplexing situation over where it has been generally seen. Till the time they are good as a friends, they function well. But once they take up the same person and they elevate that friendship to the level of the love, and now that lover starts, becoming issue in their life. So that is the first turmoil which these people face, they go through. Along with that guys, see, when we talk about finding luck in the creative pursuit, that too something which you are gonna be doing in a foreign land, like away from your birthplace. Over there, for these kind of creative pursuit, you might find a success as well. Like the way guys, these days what happen is that, see, that is the basic strategy which maximum brands use. Whatever you are doing, just add a community, social responsibility, philanthropic, humanitarian angle to it, and that project and campaign is gonna go viral. So I mean to say, in this regard, see, I'm not doubting their creative talents. They are creative. and they have this capacity to inspire the world. So in this regard, it is considered as good. So yes guys, if I were to say you have this capacity because with Venus in the Sagittarius, more than being well taken care of your financial needs or romantically or physical connection and attraction and intimacy, it's like for this person, you know, what matters most for you is that you have to ask yourself, do you actually respect that person? Because if you respect a person with whom you are in relationship, the relationship will nurture, the relationship will function. But if you are in a relationship with a person, ask yourself deep inside, you do not respect that person. That person does not motivate you, inspire you, uplift you, then you are at a wrong place, because then you're gonna be bickering and having issue in the relationship. So yes guys, and freedom is something which tend to remain a concern with Venus being placed in the Sagittarius, and I would not call this placement as a very good placement where you are gonna actually be feeling fulfilled in the form of comforts, enjoyment, pleasure, happiness. But yes, you are gonna have this capacity to give this impression to the world that your marriage is perfect, your love life is perfect, you are very successful, you have achieved everything. So that could be a bone of contention. But yes, this is one such kind of placement which can actually make you a kind of an art savant. So if you have interest in art and creativity, so you will create something which will actually bring a change in people's life. Your art form is gonna uplift or inspire the world. So that possibility is going to be there if your Venus is going to be placed in the Sagittarius. Now guys, if your Venus is going to be placed in the Capricorn sign, so that simply means that out of the 7 chakras, now we are still getting struck in the Mooladhara chakra. But guys, the beauty of the Mooladhara chakra or the root chakra is that a lot of the things which comes naturally to us, it is ingrained in our subconsciousness, and we are defined by that. This is how we are equipped, this is how we are built. So now guys, what generally happens that if you have Venus in the Capricorn, it definitely makes you a little bit slow, careful and cautious in the matters of the love, in the matters of romance. It also tells about that, let's say for example, if get rejected, it can actually make you a little bit jealous or kind of, you know, see, they do not take the rejection very easily, because that otherwise can make you a little bit cold in future towards that person. That tendency tend to remain there. They marry someone, they like someone who's going to be successful in the life, who's going to be doing good in the career and all. But let's say for example, if God forbid, even if they end up in a relationship with the other person is struggling, so they do not hesitate in sharing the burden of the responsibilities. They give their mate a proper security and all, that you can actually trust these people who are going to have Venus in the Capricorn. Guys, the good part about Venus in the Capricorn is that these people are like intellectual, they are very stable, they have this tendency to stay loyal, give commitment, and the most important thing, they are going to be dependable in the matters of the love and the matters of the romance as well. And guys, a lot many times I have seen that love actually plays a very significant role in shaping up their career. So this could be a case that in your college, in your in your job and something, you found the right guy, or you always establish your connection. Life tend to work so beautifully for you that you only attract those kind of connection in your life who somehow encourage you or push you towards the fulfillment of your career goals and all, who keep you firm in your path, in your life goal, life purpose and all. So regarding this guys, Venus's placement in the Capricorn is generally considered as good. And let's say for example, even from the past lifetime, it tells about that you do not come with any sort of baggage when it comes down to the matters of the love. Like this could be a case that you enjoyed some sort of entitlement and authority because of being married to the right person, being attached and associated with the right person only. So yes guys, if I were to say Venus's placement in the Capricorn is one of the very good placement over where it will not spice up your life, it will not brighten your life, which could be the domain of the Taurus or the Leo or the Libra, but it will give you everything which is very dependable, which is very trusting, and which you will maintain and retain for long span of time. So regarding this, no drama, no fuss, being stable, being with a person who's gonna be a provider in the matters of marriage and relationship, Venus in the Capricorn can be seen as a good placement. Now guys, if you have your Venus being placed in the Aquarius sign, so simply means that out of all the chakras, your Venus is somehow there in the root chakra, over where all the habits, characteristics and traits are somehow ingrained in your DNA, deeply ingrained in your subconsciousness. So guys, one thing is for sure that this is gonna make someone or your love life, your romantic life, your interest in the matters of love and all is going to be inclined towards, is someone intellectually oriented, how much like qualifications you have, are you a good person? Being a good person will become very important. Like if you are very charitable, sociable, helpful, and this is the kind of public image you command. So someone who's going to have Venus in the Aquarius will very easily fall towards you. And guys, Venus in the Aquarius does not promote or encourage any of the drama in the life, which could be the domain of the Scorpio, which could be the domain of the Libra as well to an extent, or which could be the domain of the Gemini as well. So Venus in the Aquarius has got everything to do with finding out a very scientific solution. Like these are among those people, even if God forbid, they are going to have any of the issue in their marriage, they do not hesitate in reaching out to any counselor, to reaching out to any like matrimonial relationship expert or coach or something. So regarding that front, this is considered as a good placement. And yes guys, Venus in the Aquarius generally encourages more of the platonic relationship, because the more you will get engaged in any sort of kind of dramatic sexual relationship and all, it's gonna eat up your own peace as well. And here we are talking about, guys, look at it in this way, that out of all the planetary vibration, the only planet which can give you energy is the Mars. The only planet which can make you intelligent is either Mercury or Rahu. The only planet which can actually make you happy, which can actually give you comfort and love, that is the Venus. And this Venus in the Aquarius is demanding you to always approach love with a sense of platonic mindset. The more you will be spiritually oriented, intellectually oriented or detached, the more you're gonna be feeling yourself fulfilled. But let's say for example, if you approach love as a passion, as a thing to conquer, then you are definitely heading towards a disappointment. So yes guys, Venus in the Aquarius can actually make someone very popular, or can give you a lover who is going to be very popular in the society as well. Guys, in the original Kalpurush Kundli, Aquarius is a sign which is connected with the 11th house. So there is a high possibility that you can manifest a partner who's going to be like your dream wish. That can happen. There is a possibility for that. But that generally happens in the midlife, like once you turn in the late 30s or early 40s. That is going to be the time when you will manifest your dream partner. And yes guys, like the way we say that even from the past lifetime, it tells about that yes, deep within the marriage you gain lot of deeper understanding through love, through companionship, through courtship, through love. And again guys, when we talk about Venus, yes, Venus definitely tells about your love life, but Venus also tells about all sort of love relationship, the way we express our love and where we feel comforted, well taken care of. So I mean to say, you actually gain lot of understanding, lot of knowledge, lot of wisdom which comes naturally to you because of the undertakings from the past as well, because your Venus is going to be placed in the Aquarius. So in a way guys, it is generally considered as a good sign. And like the way I've been saying this thing, that you will be more inclined towards people who are going to have a scientific mindset, platonic kind of way of looking at the relationship. This is where and this is how you're gonna be more fulfilled in the matters of relationship. So I would say that do not look for someone who is gonna be very scintillating, very vivacious, a lot of glamour and something. Look for someone who's going to be intellectually reverberating and vibrating on the same level as of yours, because then there's going to be strong level of compatibility in the matters of love and relationship. Now guys, when we talk about Venus being placed in the Pisces, so do not approach it in a way of biasness, that you have already read somewhere that Venus in the Pisces is considered as exalted, so that means I will get everything which is connected with Venus. No. Always approach astrology with a very logical, with a very scientific way. So we are trying to establish a connection between an energy of a planet, which in case of Venus is the energy of love, of happiness, of pleasure, and with the zodiac sign, which is going to give it a functioning ground. So guys, Venus in the Pisces can actually make you very generous, can make you very kind-hearted. Like, these are those people who will not even hesitate in order to sacrifice their own happiness in order to give comfort and happiness to others. And that is the only reason lot many of the nuns, lot many of the nurses are generally attached with Venus with the Pisces. Now you must be saying, Venus in the Pisces? I thought you were gonna say a stripper, like an adult porn star. And you're saying no. If Venus is working in a pure way, purity of Venus is all about giving, not thinking about their own needs rather than how they can be of use for others. Unconditional love to the highest of the power, reverberate on a very higher level. That could be a domain of someone like a saint who is completely dedicated and devoted to the higher powers, higher beings. Now guys, along with that, see, a Venus in the Pisces is not considered as a good choice in the matters of the love. Because what is gonna be happening is that you will feel that you are gonna be in a relationship where your lover is going to be taking away all of your emotions. So you will be in a relationship where people will take everything from you rather than you getting things from them. So this actually makes you good in terms of sacrificing a lot. You're gonna get respect, you're gonna be appreciated in the society and all. But when we talk about from your personal happiness point of view, over there deep inside, the person might not be feeling as fulfilled because the much which you gave, you were not able to get in return. Along with that guys, in terms of artistic creative flair, in terms of intuition, in terms of like doing something, in terms of spirituality, in terms of artistic creative work which the world has not seen before, giving back to the world something for which you will be remembered, you will be you will leave a legacy in the world. So that could be attached with Venus's placement in the Pisces. So again guys, I'll say the same thing. It can actually make you, it will give you, and you will demonstrate the highest of the human virtues. And this is something which you have been doing even from the past many lifetimes as well. Because even in terms of the chakras, you can still connect the Pisces energy with the Swadhisthana chakra as well. So you have this capacity that you can mold yourself, adapt yourself as per the need of the hour, as per the requirement, whims or personality of your partner. And again guys, even if you have to approach someone who's going to have Venus in the Pisces, and I would say this thing that you are gonna be very lucky and fortunate if you are going to be in a relationship with someone who's going to have Venus in the Pisces. Because guys, Venus in the Pisces is not like Taurus who's gonna ask for material security. Venus in the Libra is not gonna be talking about relationship and everything. Venus in the Pisces is gonna be extremely dedicated, devoted to you, who's going to be willing to sacrifice even the personal happiness for the sake of relationship and all. So from the spiritual plane, material plane, from every aspect, like demonstrating highest of the human virtues, Venus in the Pisces is generally considered as a good sign. So yes guys, this is something which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs. For further more updates and notification on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyawad.